Sometimes when we manifest, we limit ourselves to just enough to get by, enough to cover the rent, say, or enough to relieve some stress. But what if that's actually limiting you and blocking your access to the full abundance that you're actually able to command? Let me tell you the story of a family who prayed for bread and a blind man who asked for so much more. And stick around because I'm going to be sharing practical ways that you can expand your vision for what you want, have a much greater impact, and call in way, way more abundance than you thought was going to ever be possible. Something I learned from the incredible medicine woman Marcella Lobos is that in Indian folklore there's a story of a family who was starving and they were praying to Shiva to please come and alleviate their suffering. And Shiva actually heard them, went to them and offered to grant them a wish. And they asked for a cart of bread. Shiva granted the wish and they had enough bread to eat for about a week. And then Shiva moved on and he heard the prayers of a blind man. So he went to the blind man and offered to grant him a wish too. And the blind man asked, please can I see my great grandchildren eating a grand feast on a silver platter? And in that one request, his vision was immediately restored. And he called in generations worth of abundance, this great feast, an abundance of food being eaten off expensive silverware. And he'd also called in an extremely long life, right? He gets to see his great-grandchildren. And he's also called in love because there was enough love for him to have children and them to have children and them to have children. So you see, with this one clear, big, expansive wish towards the universe, he created so much, not just for himself, but for all those people who came after him. And this story is often used to show us that we don't have to be limited to asking for just solutions to our immediate needs. We get to actually step back to see more clearly in a longer term vision, to actually call in much, much more than we might have been asking for up until now. And I absolutely love this. It really made the penny drop for me when I heard it, because it made me realise that I was doing what the family that asked for bread were doing. I'd be like, oh, please can I just have enough to make sure I can pay the mortgage this month? Or please can I just have enough so that I've got, no money worries. It's just enough just to, stay in an equilibrium. But then I realised, actually, that's quite a limiting perspective, isn't it? Because I'm not saying to the universe, please can I have infinite abundance so that I will never have to worry about my financial needs and that I'll be able to contribute to the happiness and the security and the abundance of my family and my friends and my community. So when I started to call in a much more expansive vision, the abundance was so much more readily available because I wasn't determining by my own small, limited, constrained thoughts, calling in a much, much bigger vision. So I really invite you to do this as well. And I've got some prompts to help you to really move into this more expanded awareness. So I'm going to put these prompts in the description below, but you can also pause the video and think about them as I say them. So first of all, what am I currently wishing for? Just have a think. What is something that you are currently trying to call into your life? And then with that thing in mind, ask yourself, am I thinking big enough? Why or why not? The next prompt is, how can I expand my wish? And then, how would this expanded wish benefit my friends and my family? How would this expanded wish benefit the world? And finally, who inspires me to think bigger and what can I learn from them? I have found these really, really helpful prompts to kind of break apart my limiting beliefs, honestly, about what it is that I'm asking for and the ways in which asking, wishing, calling in a much bigger, longer term, more sustainable vision is not only good for me, it's also good for those who come after me and those who are in concentric circles all around me. I get to help so many more people if I am calling in abundance for myself, if I am not operating from scarcity and lack, that I am stable, that I am able to share my gifts more broadly because of what I've called in, that I am able to leave a legacy for the people that I care about, that I am able to donate to causes that mean something to me. And you see, when it starts to get into that more community-based territory, you feel really good about wanting it to be more expansive. You feel like it has a very positive knock-on effect in the world, and that raises your vibration and it makes it much more easier to call things in. So if you take one thing away from this video, let it be this: don't waste your wish on trying to meet the needs in your immediate future. Expand your vision. Think really big. Imagine that you are going to be granted one wish, and let that wish give you and everyone that comes after you and everyone around you and the world the most opportunity for growth, for expansion, for healing. And watch what happens. See how your energy changes and see how it makes it so much easier for abundance to come into your life. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to watch something that's about the relationship between money and safety and abundance, check out this video here.